Hello, my name is Alex Reinhard. I know that many people don't know me yet, but I've been working in the field of blockchain and cryptocurrencies for 7 years. Once, a long time ago, I dreamt of creating a crowdfunding platform that would help raise funding for all your projects to ensure that all of your brilliant ideas are connected with the right sponsor, the right investor. Back then, I was not allowed to do this, and regulators went against me. Sure, it was a great idea, but I had to spend several years waiting for a license. I had to deposit several million euros in my account. I kept thinking about this idea for more than 5 years, but now I'm a venture investor, a serial entrepreneur. I have several companies. One of my companies has an annual turnover of 100 million euros. We are probably one of the biggest such companies in Europe today. I understand that there are also crypto exchanges with similar turnovers, but we know which turnovers are real and which ones are fake. Our company's profit margins are over 50%, so you can imagine the resources we own. At some point, I fell in love with the blockchain. I fell in love with the cryptocurrencies. Who else loves the blockchain and cryptocurrencies? Clap your hands. That's sad. Then why else are you here? Let's clap one more time. Who here loves the blockchain and cryptocurrencies? That's better. I've launched a series of crypto products in the market. Not only am I the founder and leader of Cryto Hero, but also the Platin Coin cryptocurrency. You've probably heard about it, since it's a popular project in Russia. We currently have around 600,000 active users, an annual turnover over 100 million euros, and we're active in more than 120 countries. When I first started these projects, I was waiting for the market to accommodate us. I expected crypto exchanges to help regulate the market, or the government. We started visiting blockchain conferences, started buying shares in crypto companies. We made investments, we made deals, we looked for partners. We had a lot of activities at the time. Now, nearly 5 years later, I can see that nothing has changed. The market doesn't offer any kind of infrastructure. We are talking about the same things over and over again. In the past, we were all excited about ICOs, then IEOs, then the unsuccessful topic of STOs. Now we're talking about DeFi, and we will continue to discuss new projects until we run out. A question for the audience. Who's a holder of Bitcoin or another cryptocurrency? Clap your hands so we can hear you. You see, we have a lot of people here who love the blockchain and cryptocurrencies, but not many among us own these cryptocurrencies. Have you noticed this difference? Now clap if you hold more than $10,000 in cryptocurrencies. Even fewer people here. And who has made more than $10,000 from cryptocurrencies during this past year? Okay, who holds more than $100,000 in cryptocurrencies? Wow, that's a lot. Your applause is deafening. Now you might think, look at this bald guy on stage, asking us these weird questions. Here's the problem. We're losing our focus. We're focusing on exchanges, focusing on access, focusing on the hype, on new movements, but at the end of the day, we don't have any assets. And what is $100,000 really? Even if you have $100,000, you won't be financially free, right? What can you buy with that? You won't even buy an apartment in Moscow. And who has made $100,000 from cryptocurrencies over the past year? Oh wow, I respect that. That's really cool, but most of us haven't. But we think we know everything. We think we know how everything works. Who was it that said, "Here I'm standing on stage, and if Bitcoin doesn't reach $100,000 in 2020, what did he promise to do?" We won't say it out loud. It's not appropriate, and nothing happened. We won't talk about it, and nothing will change if we don't decide to make a difference. We will keep on spinning this charade, when instead we need to change our thoughts. We must understand why we need blockchain, why we need cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies offer freedom. The blockchain offers honesty, transparency, right? Instead, people become afraid of cryptocurrencies. Try to ask someone on the street, would you invest in Bitcoin? What will they do? They will try to get rid of you. Say it's just a scam. We might say that we're crypto prophets and innovators, but they will still call us scammers. Why do they say that? Are we really scammers? Of course not. But why do we point fingers at each other and call each other scammers? Even though we're all startups, at least we're in the beginning. We must understand that the world is watching us. We're being judged much harder than regular startups. First of all, life is difficult for regular startups. We've heard a lot about Silicon Valley, about Europe. Take any startup. It has a 90% chance of failing. This is a regular startup, without cryptocurrencies, without blockchain, without investors, in a good market, with fiat payment systems. As for us, we can't even open a bank account. Has anyone ever created a cryptocurrency startup in Russia and successfully opened a bank account? Clap your hands. What, no one? What about in Europe? Yes, sure, this must be somewhere in Switzerland. We're not talking about Germany or the UK. Germans are tough when it comes to money, making money. And so are the Swiss. In Russia, there was recently a motion to ban cryptocurrencies, and we don't know what might happen. Why? Why ban cryptocurrencies at the government level, including criminal liability? Because people are losing money with cryptocurrencies, and the crypto community has learned to shave hamsters. An interesting word, hamster. Who wants to be a hamster? Not me. What about you? Who likes to be shaved? Sure, it might not be a problem for me, but what about you? You see, it gets us thinking, and people are often driven by emotions. When the exchange rate falls, what happens in our heads, in our hearts? Our adrenaline levels rise, and our heart starts to beat faster, from 100 to 60%, and we wonder what happened. They promised that the price would increase from 60 to 40. What's happening? We have to do something right now. Save something. Isn't that the case? Clap your hands if that is true for you. And there are also some golden rules for the crypto industry. If you know these rules, please clap. I will share them with you. And you will never lose money on cryptocurrencies. Would you like to hear about these rules that will help you stop losing money on cryptocurrencies? I don't hear you. No, I won't say anything. Clap louder to wake up, so everyone can hear you. Perfect. The golden rule is based on only two factors. The first one, when you buy a cryptocurrency, hold onto it for 3 years, even if the world is burning. Don't touch your asset for 3 years, even if you need a surgery. Don't touch your crypto asset for 3 years. If you can't wait for 3 years, leave the market to save your health and karma. The second rule for cryptocurrencies. During these 3 years, you must decide on a certain amount, even if it's 100 euros, 100 rubles, or $100, it doesn't matter. During these 3 years, you must buy the same asset every month on the same date. Why is this important? First of all, it's been statistically proven that cryptocurrencies always increase in price within 3 years. You can never lose money. This hasn't happened before. If you can see that you're losing money, just hold on to your asset for another 3 years. It's simple. Isn't it a great formula? But don't forget about the second part, buying the same amount on the same date every month. When you do this, you average out your risk, so you will sometimes buy the cryptocurrency at a lower price, sometimes at a higher price, but you will almost always win on average. I urge you to start taking this business seriously, even thinking of it as a business. We are faced with tough requirements, and I urge you to focus on the business and the value you bring when you create your own crypto startup. You can't make it on hype alone. People aren't stupid. Why has Bitcoin stopped growing? Sure, there's still some growth, but it's nothing compared to its incredible past growth, right? Why doesn't the government try to regulate the industry, instead trying to ban cryptocurrencies, as in the case with Russia? What will happen if criminal liability is introduced for cryptocurrencies? Everyone is afraid. The United Kingdom is considering a similar approach, and other countries will follow, because it's our fault. We need to focus on value. Ask yourself, what is the value of the business or crypto project I want to launch? Because we keep thinking about politics or something else. If politicians don't go to work tomorrow, what will change in our lives? We won't even notice, will we? What if businesses close down for a week? Everyone will get nervous. My friends, I'm one of those lucky people who has managed to transform my startup into a company with an annual turnover of 100 million euros. We have just launched our Cryto Hero platform because I believe that anyone who works with cryptocurrencies is a hero, and so is anyone who launches a crypto startup. But we have to concentrate on value, and with my company and our products, I have tried to achieve this for our community. And we will soon be bigger than the entire crypto community. Let's see in a couple years. I am certain that cryptocurrencies must bring value to charity projects. To pay for operations, they must make it possible to travel around the world. So you can. For our community, we have introduced a card that works around the world, Visa or MasterCard. Take it, scan and pay. We talked about farming here. This is a new technology. We've been using it for the past 2 years. You just take your card, deposit funds, and travel around the world, spending your money as you wish. Visit our stand to see how this works, and check out our site for Cryto Hero. We launched the platform just over a week ago, and we've already raised funding for our first 2 charity projects. Once again, the money was raised by regular people, not just us. Here's a little girl named Milana. Her campaign was closed with 103%. They earned 25,000 euros with no cost, nothing to pay back, and our donators didn't spend a single cent. Cryto Hero uses technologies to enable you to participate in any projects without spending a cent, making charity donations. We have a bank, we're launching our own bank, and then construction. You can buy new real estate in Germany. Just take a look. If you have any questions, visit our stand. I will personally answer all your questions. I've already gone over my time limit. I'm sorry about that. It's not that I wanted to make some arrogant claims on stage. I just wanted to help you understand exactly how we want to use this brilliant technology, blockchain, and what we want to achieve with this cryptocurrency. I wanted to show that we're not just jumping around, we want to do something real. Let's be honest, if I ask you, will your life change if Bitcoin disappears? It won't, you barely own any. I would like people to start caring, start crying at the idea of cryptocurrencies disappearing from the market. I don't want clients who can find a new asset tomorrow. I want fans who love the technologies and our vision with all their hearts, and most importantly, who love the value that we bring. So, my friends, please don't be annoyed with this emotional presentation. Today, it was important for me to share my thoughts with you and even to shake things up for you.